Daf Yomi, Tractate Bava Metzia, page 31b. But in the case of these two mitzvot of unloading and loading, where its owner is with it, I might say no, there is no need to assist him. Therefore, it was necessary for the Torah to write both. The Gemara cited additional derivations from compound verb forms, or in enmity struck him with his hand, that he died, he that struck him shall be put to death. Mot Yumat. Numbers 35:21. I have derived only that the murderer is executed with the form of death written in regard to him, which is decapitation. From where is it derived that if you are unable to execute him with the form of death written with regard to him, it is permitted with you to execute him with any death with which you are able to execute him? The verse states, Mot Yumat, to teach you that you must execute him in any case. With regard to an idolatrous city, it is written, you shall strike Take its inhabitants of that city by sword, destroying it utterly. Deuteronomy 13:16. I have derived only that the residents of the idolatrous city are executed with the form of death written with regard to them, which is decapitation. From where is it derived that if you are unable to execute them with the form of death written with regard to them, it is permitted for you to execute them with any death with which you are able to execute them? The verse states, Take, to teach that you must execute him in any case. Hashev Tashev, with regard to an item that a poor person needs, say a blanket, that a lender took as collateral when lending him money, it is written, you shall restore, Hashev Tashev, to him the pledge when the sun goes down, that he may sleep in his garment, and bless you, and it shall be righteousness for you before the Lord your God. Deuteronomy 24:13. I have derived only the obligation to return his garment each night, in a case where the lender took collateral with the sanction of the court. From where do I derive the obligation to return his garment each night, even in a case where the lender took collateral without the sanction of the court? The verse states, Hashev Tashev, to teach that he must return it in any case. Chabol Tachbol. The Gemara brings another derivation from a compound verb written with regard to returning collateral. If you take as collateral, Chabol Tachbol, your neighbor's garment, you shall restore it to him until the sun sets. Exodus 22:25. I have derived only the obligation to return his garment before sunset in a case where the lender took collateral with the sanction of the court. Where do I derive the obligation to return his garment each night, even in a case where the lender took collateral without the sanction of the court? The verse states, Chavol Tachbol, to teach that he must return it in any case. Gemara asks, and with regard to these two verses, why do I need both of them to teach the same halacha? That one must return to the debtor any garment that he needs. The Gemara answers, one is referring to a garment worn during the day, and one is referring to a garment worn during the night. See 114b. With regard to the mitzvah of giving charity and granting loans, it is written, for the poor shall never cease out of the land. Therefore I command you, saying, you shall open your hand to the poor and needy brother in your land. Deuteronomy 15:11. I have derived only the obligation to give charity to the poor residents of your city. From where is the obligation to give charity to the poor residents of another city derived? The verse states, V'toach to teach that you must give charity to the poor in any case. nason titain. With regard to the midst of giving charity is written, beware, and your eye is stingy against your needy brother, you shall give him, and your heart shall not be grieved when you give unto him. Deuteronomy 15:9-10. I have derived only the obligation to give a large gift. From where is the obligation to give even a small gift derived? The verse states, naton titain, to teach that one must give gifts in any case, whether a large gift or a small one. With regard to a Hebrew slave, with regard to the release of it, you know what? We'll stop here. We'll do part 2. Gotta take a lot of breaks here.